All right, well, welcome everybody to the 7 o'clock draw. We're a little bit delayed here because our last game went into an extra end. That was a Holman Morris against, who were they against? They were against Njugvin and Carruthers. Of course, winning in the extra end was Holman Morris, staying a perfect 3-0. Carruthers Njugvin dropped to 2-1 in that pool. And now we're starting our evening draw. We've got another amazing game for you. We've got Sweeting Kennedy playing against Rock and Calvert. But even better news than that is the fact that Jeff Hovhart, he can tell you how to spell that. He has joined us here for this game. He'll be helping to commentate. He brings a great knowledge and expertise. Jeff, rather than me gloat all about you, why don't you give us a little bit of your background about curling and what you do in that sport?
Well, I am a coach in curling. I used to coach the young lady who just threw that rock there, Val Sweeting. I was on tour with her team when she was skipping. And since then, in this quadrennial, I've been working for Curling Canada as a consultant, mostly in the Next Gen program, but doing some work in the national team program as well. So always in the coaching realm, but now more as a consultant.
Now you talked about coaching Sweeting, but there's another lovely lady out here on this rink that you also coached.
Yeah, I got a little bit of my start in coaching was with the U of A program at Edmonton there, and Kelsey Rock was a 5-year Panda, so I had a lot of time to work with her over the years as well.
So it seems that either you follow success or success follows you.
Well, it's very little to do with me. I haven't thrown a rock ever with any of the success they've had. So.
Oh, wonderful. Well, it's great to have you here. I know you're going to add a lot of knowledge. Scott Pfeiffer, of course, Curling Canada was here in an earlier draw. We had Darren Moulding, but always great to have some technical knowledge here, as well as some insight into the players that we're watching. So thanks again, Jeff, for joining us. I know it's also a busy time of year because you're also working the golf business, don't you? You should be out punching greens and aerating things.
Yeah, this past week was greens aeration week, and we got her done, so that's why I'm able to be here.
All right,
well, the work got done.
Why don't you set this game up for us? Why don't you tell us a little about these two teams, maybe what we can expect tonight during this match?
Well, I think they're both very strong. They both male and females on both teams have tons of experience. I know with the more recently, the Rock Calvert team had a ton of junior success a few years ago, both winning a couple of world championships in junior. Braden winning one for sure, and then obviously what Mark Kennedy brings with experience, and Val Sweeting recently with her 2 Canadian championships. So nothing but winning going on from all the athletes on this game right now.
Well, that's what Canada does in curling.
Hopefully.
All right. Well, the game's just underway in the first end. As we like to do, we'll give the players the mic. We'll let them tell us a little bit what they're doing and guide us through the shots, and we'll jump in once in a while with some expert advice or maybe some good comedy.
Stay there right now.
Okay. Belt close.
Just line.
Okay, lines.
Bumping.
Well then, whoa.
Back
just leave
8.
it. Leave it all day. Leave it. Leave it. Let it come down.
Really close.
Great try there. It'll leave a bit of a pocket, though, for Calvert and Rock to be able to come down to.
No, yeah.
Okay. Do you want her or broom?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
So these teams that are actually couples are interesting to watch, as Braden and Kelsey are actually a couple in real life as well as a mixed doubles team.
Ah, didn't know that, but now I do.
So we'll see what the dynamics like.
Yeah, we've also got some
Where are you?
father-daughter. We've got
Okay, well then.
husband-wives. We've got sisters-brothers. A lot of great combinations come out in this, as well as, of course, two great curlers getting together.
Yep. Just roll it off.
I'm going to throw that 4 out. It's no good.
Okay.
All right, well, hearing early on, obviously the players have to get used to these rocks. They do have 8 rocks. They only need 6. So they are able to identify a couple they may not like and get rid of them.
That's pretty smart of Braden to recognize that so early in the game. If you don't like it, get rid of it early. Don't miss more than one shot with it. Try to learn from it. And you have another option, so take it.
Well, they also have the advantage in this case when you play on the sheet that you can watch the live streams, and a lot of the players seem to be doing that to get a bit of an advantage on the ice, but also get to hear any commentary
Just
on the rocks.
establish a good angle. Okay.
Looks like it might be a little quicker after a few rocks. Take a little bit off.
Yeah.
Line was good though.
Yeah. Still
Definitely
there.
took a little off though.
Still,
Stay close for line.
still there.
Okay, whoa then.
Close.
Whoa, just top 4. Line's good. Line's great. Lock it on.
This one looks like it's coming
Line's
in
good, yep,
And
hard
if this
line.
one puts a nice angle
Hard
on
line,
it here,
hard
this could
line,
be
get a
shaping
little
up for
rub
a
then.
massive first end.
Well, that's what they did earlier today in their first
Sorry,
game
Mark.
here when they played against. Who were they playing? Oh, it was Molding
Yeah.
in Courtney. They put a
got out of
5-ender,
that
I think,
good
a 4-ender in the first end, and then they ended up winning by 2, and that was the difference, really.
Well, that's mixed doubles for you. You're never safe. No lead is ever safe.
But I tell you, there's one lonely yellow one. The only good thing about that is the one lonely yellow one is counting, and there's not a lot of access right now to any blue to get at it.
Yeah, Mark's last one there, it might have been better if it had chopped off a little further. Then he might have had access to it to get at that shot stone. But right now, it's undercover.
Okay, line's okay.
Weight's good.
Where?
Weight's good. Tight.
Okay,
Halfway.
don't need you for line.
Okay.
Close. Yeah, you can go a bit. Yep, curl. Curl. Well, you're good. You're good. Nice spot.
Right, just trying to cap this up so there's no chance of running something back in.
It's time to clean up a little bit here.
That ran good.
Yeah, I think so. It's probably gonna double peel,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
We just replace it.
So I think the notion here is make the peel, make the double peel, and then
Just straight
force
guard
Team
that
Rock
blue.
Calvert to make a perfect guard on that so they don't have access anymore. And
just guard.
on ice that swings this much, making guards actually isn't that simple. It's difficult because you have to kind of measure out how much it's going to curl at the end, and it finishes so late that could curl up a half rock or full rock at the end before you know it.
Yeah, that's a really good point on that. Guards are really hard to throw. Well, they'll be guarding for their life, as we can see. So smart play here. If they can clear these out, they've got a lot of blue. A good chance to score a bunch if they.
Oh, sorry guys.
Wow, that even worked out better.
Sorry.
That works.
It's
Or that.
Good guy, Mark, with the apology.
Their shots.
No worries.
Yeah, I can see that.
The out-turn that we've been playing.
Realizing that that wasn't the call, but it actually worked out a lot better for them. So.
Just outside edge, yeah.
Yeah, as long as you guard the one.
Yeah, so really having to guard the one as we look at the screen on the left. Oh, the screen at the left-hand side when looking into the house, because that's the one that can be run back.
Like the
It's
right-hand side
nervous times now for
I don't think so.
Team Rock Calvert. The saving grace is those blues are behind the yellow, so it will be a little difficult to get that yellow to squirt all the way out, but
Just straight guard that
a
one.
couple ways at it
This
right
is
now.
the shot we have to guard.
Okay.
Found a
he's-
good speed here.
Okay.
Saw this in the earlier game where Holman and Morris for 2 rocks had to guard for their life, and they did it successfully. So
It's not impossible.
no, and this is last rock for Rock and Calvert. So Carlson needing to put a perfect guard on here and then sit back and
I got there.
hope they can't find a way to use
wanna
it against
touch it.
them.
Okay.
How's line?
Line's fine. If anything, you have to curl it. You gotta
Looks like
curl
I
it.
gotta curl it a mile.
Curl if you can. Hard curl. Hard. Whoa,
Really
whoa, whoa.
finished. It's gonna be
Whoa.
a little deeper than they wanted, do you think?
Yeah, it'll still, if they so choose, Val can run this back into the blue to try to remove that yellow,
trying.
but
Yeah, I think so.
and if it was a little higher, that may not have been
Yours
possible,
didn't
or
do
would
as
have been
much
more
as I thought
difficult
it
for
was.
sure.
I think Rock Calvert are
Try and
breathing a
get
little
it.
more higher.
Yeah.
A little bit
On
more
there,
relief
so
right
nine
now. It
quarters
looks
gives
hard
you
to
action.
get too many
You
points
want a
now.
broom or a sweeper?
I think sweep.
It looks
We're
like
right
it's
around the center
probably
line.
just for 2 if they make it perfect.
Just the hair high gives you something.
Okay.
Of course, Sweeting and Kennedy both being lefties. So when they throw, they're throwing out of the right hack, and of course, you're the
Might
team
curl
out of the
a
left. So
little more like you were off center.
got some different
Mine-
ice calls
mine's a
here
little
than
more
we
in
might
out.
normally
Okay.
see between the
Center will
teams.
curl a little bit.
Okay.
Well, it's a pretty smart decision by them to play on the same team, both as left-handed throwers. They get to follow each other's lines a lot easier than the lefty-righty combination.
That's probably a luxury they don't get much, so it's probably really nice.
No, they're usually the odd one out on their teams.
Close. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Great shot.
What a great
Atta girl.
shot.
Very nice.
Made it perfect.
Oh, 2, 3.
90% sure it's 2. Yeah, just 2.
I think it was, it was
Great
only
shot.
ever
Good
from
brush.
2, but it's a great shot nonetheless.
Yeah. That's that guard just a little bit too tight, made it a little easier for that run back. Obviously, was always going to be there. Well, there we have it after the first end, 2-0 for Sweeting and Kennedy, and Rock and Calvert will get the hammer going into end number 2. A lot of great curling early and already. We look forward to even more of it this end. So, yeah, great teams, great curling. Jeff, is there anybody you're helping here at this event as part of the program that you said you're involved in?
Yeah, actually, I'm spending some time with the Schmiemann Ginter rink. They're part of the Curling Canada's Next Gen program in mixed doubles. So I'm going to be spending the weekend with them. They had a pretty good game this afternoon. That's the first one I was able to be at, and I attribute that mostly to coaching, that they did so well. So
yeah, that put them at 1 and 2. They lost the first 2, but a needed win there. Now that you're here, it sounds like they won't lose a game.
well, I guess that's no, it's happy to give them any help where I can, but they do all the work.
Do you have a specialty, sweeping, throwing, or is it just overall strategy, or what's the kind of help that you would provide to these teams?
Well, when I'm at an event, it's mostly how they communicate with one another and the strategy that they have in the game. It's not really the time to be putting in any technical help, but yeah, it's just kind of making sure that they're saying the right things to each other when they need to be said, and just the communication and how they go through the game strategy-wise.
Now, do you tape record them? Do you just track all the rocks? Do you track the choices you might have made, where some pivot points might have been, and then talk through it after? Is that sort of what you're referring to?
Yeah, and I have them on wireless mics, so I can listen to everything they say throughout the course of the game, and so I can know exactly what they're saying under their breath and to each other. So it's helpful.
Under their breath. We do hear a few under the breath comments. There's no question about that. It's kind of entertaining. We get to listen to what everybody says.
Yeah, you're a little bit of a fly on the wall. It's nice.
Well, what a bullet by Val Sweeting there. Obviously, I think they like to keep it in the top of the 4 normally, but still perfectly buried. Great weight. Great throw by Val.
Turn do you like?
Whichever one you like.
I was thinking this one.
Yeah, I think they're both good.
Okay. I think I can get a better angle this turn.
Yeah, throw top 4.
Okay.
You got it. Have there.
Okay.
Really don't want to.
Line's curling.
Okay?
Line's good. Yep. Yep. Okay, you're on the front.
Okay.
Thank you. Unless you think.
Oh,
I'm,
it's still a
crazy
usable
heavy, we just
stone
gotta
there.
get
It's in
broke down,
the
I think.
the control zone, I think they
That
call
was
that.
good weight.
That's
Were we
what it's
always
called, yeah. So
Or
some
you're
people call it
thinking maybe
that.
like top
I do.
eight, then carry it.
No, I was.
I've been reading up a little bit here, Jeff. You know, I got to be able to talk your language.
Well, you're doing a great job, Steve. I've been listening to a couple of the previous streams. I think you're doing a great job.
Well,
I think
thank
anywhere
you.
in their top 4 is pretty good.
Okay.
Besides a little bit of a guess for us, but
Yeah, I think it's been sitting since they threw it in practice.
so I'll be positive.
One of the things that's interesting to
little
watch with
couple
these
feet
teams, I
stick.
mean,
Probably
they don't
similar to
play
what I
here
just
very
saw on this
regularly,
side.
obviously, and
so.
these are our rocks. They're not rocks that are traveling around that are playing at the event. So the curlers really have to make some key adjustments and do it quickly in terms of rocks and the ice pass. And I'm amazed at how quickly they pick up on it. And that.
Well, it's a skill. It's a skill they work on all the time.
It felt like lots,
The
but
rocks,
probably good.
what the normal club curler
it's
might
gonna
not
die.
notice
Hey,
ever,
line's good.
they'll notice right away, and it can affect the shot
ahead.
when you're
Close.
dealing with
Line's
millimeters.
Really
It
close.
Line's
matters.
great.
So
Line's still great.
it's a skill that a lot of the
Go there.
top players, all the top players have.
Okay.
Is this my home club? I'm making tons of notes about the paths and the and the different rocks. I don't know which rocks I'm going to be able to use by the end of this, but I tell you.
All of them, Steve.
Yeah, I think Darren Moulding said it best. He says he won't recognize it, so I humbly accept that.
Yeah.
Another great shot, though. I marked this time. They've got too welded in there on the button. So it looks like they're playing the run back. Are they trying to open it up and clear it out?
Yeah, they're trying to make it a little easier for the rest of the end here.
Yeah, you almost hate to hit in mixed doubles. You know, you only have 5 throws, and when you have to hit with one, it's almost like you're giving something up.
Yeah, but when you're in this situation as Team Rock and Calvert are, you need some way to score. And that doesn't happen unless they move some granite.
Sweep.
That was the wrong way to miss that one.
Well, at least they opened it up. So yeah, they preferred to have hit the other, maybe chipped out one of the blues at the same time. So certainly Mark and Val look to probably replace that guard, do you think?
Yeah, I believe they will.
Just thinking a little bit tighter.
Okay. And
I said this in another stream, and I'll say it again.
split center or
Someone
which
removes
way?
something, it's usually because they don't
Yeah,
want it
okay.
there. So
If he makes
safe
this
bet if you don't know what to
really
do
thin
is to
off
put it
double,
back.
I probably just have this out turn freeze on the button again. And
Of course, I only play Monday night,
Okay,
so
so ideally, like,
maybe there's
Thinking
different
on the
strategies.
button even, yeah, somewhere
Okay.
around there. You like that?
yep.
Okay.
What turn do you like?
I think I'll throw the same turn.
Okay. Yeah, speed seems good
Yeah,
here.
speed seems okay. I can. Okay, just tight to the rings. Middle.
Yep.
Just
I think it'll get there yet.
The depth on this guard is important, and I think they're going to bring it in tighter just because the ice curls so much that if they had it any higher,
That's a pretty big
then their
add.
opposition
Yeah.
could come
So
in
you're tight
around
for
with
Just,
some
sure.
kind
just
of
for
tap
line
weight.
right
Okay,
now.
clean it for
That might be an
line,
easier shot
curling.
than the run back, so I think they're
Hard
going to
line,
bring
keep
this
it
one
in.
in as tight as they can, still being a guard, to eliminate that tap.
Whoa, then, whoa.
Only
whoa,
made
just
available by
center,
the ice
whoa.
curling so much.
It's dying,
Yeah.
like, a lot.
Whoa. Sit.
Great guard, but did come over a little bit
Good
much
sweep.
Surprised how much
and
that
probably
came
left
off.
open the wrong side there, Jeff.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
just a
might have a
different
way
side.
in now. Yeah.
I mean, no blues going very far, but
Yep.
kind of weight do you like? Back line?
Yeah, I think so. Do you want a sweeper or are you getting up?
No, I like a broom.
Okay.
Where are you seeing it? There?
You like that?
I think so.
So Braden's fresh off a successful harvest right now. His family's still harvesting back home, but
What do they harvest?
beans today, he said. So-
Beans.
And he said the crops are better than they expected, so that's good news for the Calvert family.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you watch curling on TV often, you often see farm equipment, farmers, the odd person carrying a rock on their shoulder, maybe some Tim Hortons cups. So certainly big farming community involved in this sport. So
Yep. Hard! Hard! Oh, you're light. Yep, roll it off.
well, a little bit light. Does open it up again though.
Different from Canmore.
So
Yeah.
that's an interesting
Yeah, I
comment
thought
there
he was
from
holding
Braden,
that.
that the
Same
fact that we're
idea,
playing in
and I'll
two
just try
curling
to put it
clubs
more
at
in
this
that
event,
drop
the ice
path.
being different
Okay.
at each
I'll
one,
stay
and
down on
that's
it
going to
too. I was a
happen.
little
So
scared on that one.
the adjustment has to be made whether you're in Canmore, I've heard the ice is extremely fast there, and when you're here, it just feels slower underfoot, so you have to make the adjustment.
Looked like he threw
Yep.
that pretty good.
Yeah, and they're two different
just looked
plants
like he was
and
barely T-line.
different age
Yeah.
of facilities. So you're absolutely right. And of course,
Weight was good.
with 8 sheets and spread across 2 facilities, you've got 4 outside sheets of those 8 sheets, and you've got a lot of different things to play with. So just another thing they have to adjust to.
3
I
should
like
be,
the weight.
should be tighter. So
And your
just
line's much better. You
just-
probably got room on this one now.
okay.
Okay, be ready. It's gonna
Tight.
have to curl. Has to curl.
Okay. You're
Has to
really,
curl.
really
Yep.
tight.
That's okay. As tight as you can. Just no hold. Go. Keep going. Keep going. Good. Good sweep.
Good spot.
Great sweep.
Yeah, great shot there.
Super good communication
You're
there
high?
from
Yeah.
the
Just
Sweden
travel.
Kennedy team.
Well, looks like we're
Yeah,
going
I'll
to
play
see
the
a
out, I guess.
Which turn do you want?
run back here, try and move Granite around
the
and
end.
open up some scoring opportunity by the end. Give Kelsey some shot. Right now, I would say she doesn't have much.
No, nothing good, that's for sure.
And to hit a wide guard half onto another wide guard half into a pocket is not really the percentage shot you'd be looking to play here.
Not ideal.
Gotta curl a little more, a
pretty
little
close.
more. Oh, just missed.
If there's any
Kind of
point.
took that away.
Oh yeah, big time.
I don't think so. Either way, I think the ones.
Isn't going
Stays,
anywhere. I
yeah.
think it's just the straight guard.
Yeah, you heard them talking. They were a little concerned about the top blue. They could hit maybe a quarter of that and
Getting a little better
guide
speed,
into
but
the
still
blues.
same
But
kind of
now that
stuff.
yellow that
Yeah.
rolled off the peel is blocking that.
Yeah, I don't think they have anything that can take away a
I mean,
steal
even if
right
we're
now.
biting a
If
12 foot, I
Val
don't
can
think it's
put
the
her
end of the world. I got you over here.
anywhere on that
Wrong color.
that left side of the center line as we look into the house.
Oh, okay.
Then the focus will be trying to narrow it down to one. Even that's going to be tough because
Yeah.
both of those are right on the button.
Pretty well executed end here by Team Sweet and Kennedy.
Well, they made a really good run in the bubble. In the mixed doubles, they get down to the quarters.
Yeah, something like that. They
Got
did.
a
Yeah,
little
they played
bit
well.
light maybe, but not bad.
Line's good. If you're high, it's probably got a curl.
Val herself has a
Hard.
pretty good record in mixed
Hard,
doubles. At the
Mark.
last Olympic trials, she lost the final
Hard, get it to the
with
line.
Brad
Go,
Brad
go,
Gushu.
go,
She had
go,
an
go.
excellent run at
Hard.
that event.
Go, 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 little more. Go, 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 go. All you can. Go, 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 go.
Well, looks like there's a bit of a hole here.
Okay.
Hey, basically just have to nick it.
Maybe they don't
Okay.
feel.
Just nick it. See it?
Yeah.
It's there.
Do you like that better than just giving up one through the hole?
Okay.
You could probably nose this too.
There we go.
I think we still give up.
Think you can throw normal, probably? Squirt it to there?
I think the concern is how far the
Yeah.
Blues are going to go
Play it tight to
because
the
they
guard.
can't
but
throw it hard enough really to move them both.
Okay.
But
how much do you have of it?
I just never
Yeah,
wanna
you're right,
roll
it's-
out is the
No.
issue.
What do you got of it?
Yeah, it's like edge to edge.
That's the other worry here is it's not. Oh, yeah. If
Yeah,
you
it's either
yeah,
that
and they've
or
also
that.
got the number 4
they're
rock
both
there, so
tough.
you're going to
Probably this
lose your
one.
yellow.
Okay. Play it tight to the
You
guard.
kind of want to make sure the one you're throwing is going to stick around.
I think giving up just a one steal here is going to be a win. If they
It's
can come
definitely
away
there.
with that, they've done this successfully based on what they're looking at.
You got it.
Or am I taking ice here, like
I think you're taking it right on center line, basically. It's a good release.
on center line? What weight am I throwing at this?
Peel.
Oh, I'm throwing peel.
Is
I
that
thought you said normal. Sorry. Yeah, I can throw that.
whatever you're seeing?
I just
That's,
don't want to lose my shooter ever.
that's what I see, and play it tight to the guard.
Okay.
All right, Peel through that. I guess the good thing with Peel is it holds it straight. It doesn't move.
And it has a better chance of springing those Blues a little further.
Just going to make sure a clean release here. Right on the target.
Ooh, that looks wide.
Whoa. 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 Yeah.
Rolling
Yeah.
now.
Good.
Good shot.
Really good. That almost hit it enough to get one. But I
Shot.
think, like you said, that's a victory. Both teams will be happy with that. Sweet and Kennedy for taking one, and Rock Culvert for only giving up one.
Yeah, based on how that sprung there, I think that's as good as Kelsey could have done. She didn't want to get really any closer to that guard. Maybe she could have a little bit, but that would be risky. I think that's a win.
Well, it's 3-0 after 2 for Sweeting and Kennedy, and we'll head to the third now, and Rock and Calvert will still have last rock.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, apparently that middle rock wasn't going anywhere. She couldn't hit it much better. She got across the face.
Yeah.
Yes.
Something we've enjoyed listening to is teams, they obviously friends out there and good respect. It's a small curling community, and they certainly talk a lot about what's happened, and very complimentary and supportive of each other.
Most of the
We
play
spend a
last
lot of
we
time
were
together.
interns.
Yeah.
You can go either
You're
way.
at all the same
Right.
events. You're in the same hotels. You're
could throw
usually
the
in the same
ends,
restaurants.
that.
You get to know each other pretty good. It's nice to see. It's a unique and special part about curling.
I think it's close.
Okay, yeah, line a bit.
Okay, I got a little bit of weight, a little extra.
Yes, line. Yep.
Weight's good.
Yes. Line's good. Line's good.
Well, Val's starting us off like she has, I think, every other end I've seen her throw. Perfect shot down there. You know, a lot of teams, Jeff, try to put it in the top 4. I mean, now that the Rock's been moved back over the last few years in this discipline,
Real nice.
do you find that to be a better placement, or do you like when they come right down and freeze?
Well, I think if they make the freeze right out of the chute, it's really shrinks the scoring zone, because now it's going to be difficult to get rid of that blue at any point throughout the end. So you're really bringing in the force. Whereas if the team were to come top 4 and then their opposition sets an angle up on it, it'd be easier to spring that rock away. Now it has something that it can run into. So I think a lot of the teams that you'll see will come down to it just so they do shrink the scoring zone early. That's the difference between this discipline and 4 curling, is you rarely ever see someone want to play it behind the tee line, especially early in an end. But in mixed doubles, I think since that rock's already there, the freeze is set up for him.
That just being a little heavy meant it just didn't curl as much as it needed to. A great throw, though. We're always talking inches here when we look at these teams.
Might play like come around tap. I guess you could leave a bit of space
Just freeze right on ours, I think.
just to leave room for your next one, but
Right.
Now we watch this shot coming down. I mean, Jeff, you mentioned earlier you've got Braden Kelsey Rock, who played, tremendous at the junior level. I mean, what's it like to move up from being top of the game, world champions, to then going into the men's game and knowing how strong it is here in Canada and across the provinces that they play in?
Well, it's hard. it's really hard. It takes years and years. I was actually just talking about that with Braden and Kelsey before the game, how what it's like going to Grand Slams. When you're first getting in, it's you're lucky to win a game, and then sometimes you have to write the check and pay the entry fee, which is difficult, and you're not used to that when you've dominated one discipline in junior and you come out and all of a sudden you're the one losing, and they're not even games you're expected to win either. Even if you play well, you still lose. So it's just it takes years and years to get to the level where you're actually competing at the men's and ladies big events, and good on these athletes for grinding it out and staying with it and still trying to, because it's demoralizing to go to events and just go 0-4, and even if you played good.
Doesn't quite bust as hard there.
Like draw
same
the
as
button
last
or
night.
slower? Looks slower just
I'd
by
say it's
sleeping.
2 feet slower.
Now, Rock and Calvert, they played on sheet 4 right beside here last night. We watched that game. They played Carey and Hodgson. They got up to a 7-1 lead, and then that evaporated. We went to an extra end, and they were able to pull out the victory there. So they have played over here in Banff. They played in the evening as well, so should have some familiarity with the facility.
Yeah, and I think they were over there in Canmore earlier today, and it was like we talked about the difference, and they're just going to have to bear down and adjust.
Hey, I think we're all there.
Okay, I think it's close.
Back
Yep,
4.
line. Yep. Hard
Back
line.
4.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Back
whoa.
4. Back 8.
Okay. Well, good.
fair enough.
Looks like the speed's fooling them a little bit.
Use
there.
it.
Freeze there would be amazing, yeah.
They're a little
Even
heavy.
if I nose freezed it, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, they're just not getting the finish
That might
because they're
actually
just
even be
coming and
better.
bumping rather than just finishing on top. It just goes to show you the matter of inches,
Freeze first.
what the difference
Freeze
is.
first, yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I think this ice is quite weight sensitive
Is it
as
a
it relates
mistake
to
to
that.
guard?
If you're 4 feet
You
heavy,
got
it's
no
going to
way of
affect the
getting that
curl
one rock out
significantly.
on this side right
But you're
now.
not going to get that finish that you expect.
I don't mind getting one more in there.
Okay. As long
Good
as
chance
you
over in
Because I
sheet
think
4 there. We
trying
just
to
saw a
make the
beautiful
corner
shot
on the
by
other side.
by
There's
Darren
still a
Moulding,
couple
just
shots
come
away, but
Still
carving
doesn't
right
go.
in and
It
sit
just
on the
looks
button, a
juicy
live
to
3
play.
against
It does.
Monker
Get in
Monker.
there.
It makes it nice to be in a good spot.
It's nice wide cameras. Yeah, you got Corey Dropkin over there on sheet number 2 to the left. We get a chance to see the different players on the back. Oh, back to our feature sheet.
There.
No, really close.
There right now.
I like the
Stay close
call
to the
here to
line,
bring
though.
another one in the house. I think
Line's good.
they're in a
room.
really good situation right now, so
Line's
they can
good.
kind of put the screws to him a little bit here.
Yep.
Reach good.
Yep. Hard line, Val. Hard line.
It's really cutting. Val's got to go hard to hold it.
Whoa, you're not by. Just corner the top. Whoa. Okay, that's all right.
So not bad.
Oh, they're controlling that front,
Shoot, just had to keep you on it. Sorry.
controlling that front area, and they've got one on the button.
He was perfect.
Scoring zone's very small now, and that blue one's going to take a little bit of work to get out.
And the rock that Mark just threw is accessible still. They can use that
And that one,
at any point on that out turn side. Well, their in turn side, I guess.
Yeah, you were good.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to speak lefty.
It's almost like you got to think like you're driving a car in England, right? You know, you got to turn everything around here.
Well, when I was coaching Val's team, we had Val and Dana Ferguson on the same team who were both lefties. So I had to basically speak fluent lefty all the time because there was two of them.
Fluent lefty.
I don't think a draw here's the answer. Is
okay, then whatever else you like if you don't like the draw.
nothing?
I love it. Fluent lefty.
Okay, this then?
Yeah, just leaves him this double and roll.
Were you in Saskatchewan
leave
for
him
the Ali
something.
Jenkins?
So,
No, I wasn't. No, I didn't make it to that one.
whatever you want to throw.
Well, I guess you can't do
I
everything.
guess I think
I
that's
was that was the
probably
same weekend
call.
as the ladies' spiel in Sherwood Park.
Oh, yes. Did you catch some of those
I
games?
did, yeah. I went to three of those games. It was
half?
good. The field was amazing there. There was
Hopefully it squirts
most
a
of the
little.
top
I think I
Canadian
need way
women's
less
teams
Gotta
were
watch,
in
you
that
might hit
field. It
this
was
first.
outstanding.
And that event would have been run by the Netherlands, would it not?
Heather, well, yeah,
Heather?
Heather's the manager of that club.
Yeah.
That was part of the Alberta Curling Series, that one.
I just see a
Yeah,
little
they're
less.
lucky to have her. She's just wonderful. I've been to a few of the junior events there over the years, and they do just a fantastic job there. And of course, we've got David and Alyssa, Heather's husband and daughter, here playing. Great to see them out. Heather must be holding down the fort, working hard.
I guess so, yeah.
Well,
See what can happen here.
oh wow, it's exactly what they wanted.
Good.
And they left themselves lying too exposed, but certainly a lot better situation.
Expect it to come up just a little bit because everything has.
A bit.
Trying to get just inside nose, probably.
Yeah, obviously that left Mark a relatively easy double here back, but at least they'll have a chance to score likely. Whereas before that rock was thrown, it wasn't looking good. So pretty good shot there by Braden. I think that was the best result they could have hoped for.
Yeah.
The shot made a little easier by the hack Mark's throwing from.
Go, go, go.
Oh,
Wow.
that yellow one stayed around. I think it's
Sorry.
probably shot.
It's close,
Okay.
yeah.
Didn't mind the throw.
Oh,
That's where
no,
your
me
peel
too.
ran too, though.
Might just be us. I don't know if our shot changes. I think
Yeah.
it's still
I
that.
was thinking the same. Yep.
Board weight.
Okay.
Oh, right in there.
Well, a great chance
got it.
here for a turnaround on this end.
Yeah, the smallest error there by Mark, and that was close. And doors open now for Braden to make a hit and roll here and likely get 2 points.
Just a hair last, Kelsey. Yeah.
Whoa. Close.
Really
Yeah.
heavy.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Curl, curl. Whoa, curl, curl, curl.
Oh, very nice shot there.
Nice
I
slider.
don't think there's any doubt now as to who shot. I don't think there's any chance of a double across.
That was
So
good
what do you
board.
think, Jeff?
Well, that rolled just enough, so there wasn't a thin
Just which
double on the
one?
inside there.
This one's
so
a little tighter.
worked hard just
Yeah,
to get
it
any roll there, which was helpful.
I'll tell you what though, if you threw a little bit, like if we, let's say we threw this with normal, okay? If we picked our weight up a little bit and you either make the roll, but if you roll here, it gets to be a really tough deuce. Because even if you roll here, they hit and roll too far. Any roll in this area is pretty good, so I think we threw normal.
Edge of 4. This came up quite a bit.
It did. Yeah, I think that's close.
Okay. 'Cause I'll
Are
be
you okay with that?
fresh. Yep.
So that's smart there by Mark to point out. The harder you throw it, the more of the rock you can hit and still roll. If your weight comes down, you have
You're
to hit
right
less
about
of
the
the
not a
rock
lot
to
of
still
room,
roll
though.
just as far. So
You're right.
bringing the weight up smart here, you can hit way more of this rock
If
and
you're
still
comfortable with it.
roll across and potentially to that almost frozen spot.
Really, you couldn't come close enough to that guard. I mean, anywhere you come will give you more of a roll. So trying to get as much of it inside of that rock as they can.
Mm-hmm.
Like they said, if it can get over to the other side, then any hit likely rolls too far to get the deuce. Oh, here comes Val.
Weight's good, normal.
Close. Clean. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa! No! No, no, no. Any roll. Any roll.
Trying to
Mark,
fight
gotta go,
over,
go,
trying
go,
to
go,
fight
go, go.
over.
Shot.
What a
shot.
great shot. I'm not sure you can. I don't know.
Well done.
Awesome.
Makes it harder.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
great toss.
I think it's a draw for one.
Nice weight. Looked
Came
like
up. That was a little harder than I was thinking.
Good
but
normal.
Yeah, if they hit what they can see, I don't think that it gets past that other yellow. So I think Kelsey's making the right choice here and just put it on the pot for one.
Yep, as we've seen, it's not that hard to steal if you can get some good shots into the right place. So certainly take your one, get on the board, and see what you can do. And the only good thing is they're a little bit heavy. They can come in off their outside
Okay,
yellow
wait.
one and likely
That
get the
same
shot.
line as you threw?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, you taking a little better in middle of 12th, or?
I was just thinking middle of 12th.
Yep. How's line?
Line's good. Line's nice. I thought a hair down, if anything. Line's running, running, running. Running, running. All of you, line's really good.
Nibble the button here for one.
Hard, 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 hard.
I think it's there.
Really good throw. They oversweep it all. Oh, they got the little rub they needed.
Good job.
Great shot.
Called it, Steve.
Yes, great shot. Well, so they'll be on the board. That's Rock and Culver getting their one. It's 3-1 for Sweeting Kennedy, who'll get hammered as we play now in the fourth. In case you missed it earlier, I've got Jeff Hofert joining us. He's one of the high-performance coaches with Curling Canada, working with the next gen. He also has coached both Kelsey Rock and Val Sweeting, so some great inside knowledge. Yeah, so thanks, Jeff, for joining us, and glad to have you with us.
My pleasure, Steve. I get to watch some curling and hang out with you, so it's a win-win.
I agree. I absolutely agree. Notwithstanding, you're coming to a beautiful place here in the Bow Valley, Canmore and Banff to spend the weekend, so it's awesome.
No, it's wonderful.
And I always wonder with these big windows here how players can concentrate on curling. I think Darren Moulding said it best. He'd probably smash the scraper into the boards a few times just getting distracted as he plays in here. Just a wonderfully built facility that gives players, during the day, of course, a beautiful view outside.
Coming down this end, maybe.
Of course, we have Curtis over there who's monitoring our streams and getting us updates. And
Line's nice. Just keep it trimmed down. Yep. Yep. Yep.
let's see if they can take some momentum here and put some pressure back on Sweeting and
Right to
Kennedy.
Line's good.
Yeah,
Great
hopefully
rock.
that last draw could give
going.
Kels some confidence and
Top button. Whoa.
bring it forward, and looks like she's got a
Whoa,
good
whoa,
one
whoa,
here.
whoa, whoa. Good sweep.
Yeah, great sweep,
Good
great
shot.
throw.
She though.
T-line?
Okay.
Yeah, T-line.
The momentum swings are massive
Like the out
in
turn
this
trying to
game
get.
because
Do you want to
lead
move
changes
it?
can
Just move
happen
it a bit,
so
try to
fast
even nose
with
bump
or
it. Would be
without
good.
hammer.
Yeah.
But just back 8 even
Okay.
at the most.
Is there any one stat,
stay in
Jeff,
some of the
that
good
you
path.
look to for as an indicator in some way in this sport? Is there something that you're always looking at or tracking as a coach there? That, you know, for anybody listening who might be, you know, either semi-competitive or just looking for an edge?
Well, when I watch games, like when I come in and work with the team as a consultant, I look for how they're missing shots more than anything, and that can inform how they're going to practice moving forward. Very little can be done sort of in the event, but if you can give them some insight into what they need to work on moving forward to their next event, I feel like that's how teams
good
get
shot.
better, is you use those stats just
Good
to
brush.
inform your
Nice weight.
practices you have coming up.
So if they do in-turn draws and out-turn draws and you find that
So
they're
bad.
80% on
Seems
out-turns
like
but
bad
only
line
40 on
throws.
in-turns, that might lead
I
you to
like
believe there's
throwing what
something
we
they're
do,
doing
though.
on the in-turn or on hits like that, or
Yeah, whatever your patterns emerge, and if you can have a sample size big enough, then the numbers will tell you sort of where your focus needs to be.
This is a nice path.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very similar to this one. Like,
Okay. Just into the 12-foot a bit.
yep, I middle.
well, two great shots to lead the end by Val and by Kelsey. Now it's Braden's turn to try and weld one on and create some good angles for them.
Okay, close.
Okay.
Tell me for line.
You have room. Line's good.
T-line.
Yep. Oh, room.
T.
Yep. Line.
Seemed to have made the weight adjustment this end. These are some beautiful shots.
Oh.
Yeah, well done there. They've got it figured out now.
Try to move that.
We could, yeah.
Is that crazy? Otherwise, I think we're.
As long as you don't squirt this one out. I don't think it'll go too far, though.
I don't think it'll be too far, but
What weight are you thinking?
I was thinking just like hack. I don't know if that's the right shot though. Just end up opening it up
do
again.
we just corner freeze it?
Yeah, I think that's the right call.
Okay.
Good discussion, good decision.
Yeah, I think Val was right. The concern there was if you ever squirted that blue out, then it would be bonanza for the Rock Calvert team. They'd have a way to get rid of all of the blues. So
Angles so
Maybe
important,
top
and being
eight,
able to
half
see the
opens
angles
good.
is really
Okay.
important too. It's like playing pool, they tell me.
well, yeah, and patience too. This is a setup shot here. This is something they hope to use later.
I got close. Just line.
Line's good. Line's really good.
Really,
Line's good.
really
Line's
close.
good for the corner freeze. Yep. Looks like you gotta go. Whoa. Leave it usable. Whoa.
Right over Barry on them. Still, if they're gonna run the yellow in for something, it'll hit a blue, and they were using that.
Do I want to throw like control or peel or what are you seeing?
Whatever you see, you're the one throwing it. I don't know how much you
I
have.
think I'll throw firm.
Firm?
We're just trying to pick that blue one out. Is that?
There?
I think if he hits what he can see, he'll be able to jiggle out the contact rock on the blue and maybe clip that back one as well. Springing the yellow somewhere in the house, maybe hanging around somewhere in the back. So
It's about a quarter to get it over the top.
Yeah, no thicker. Quarters max.
Quarter is max. Usually I need at least a quarter to have a hope of making my shot. But Braden's made a lot of these shots over the years, so
it's too much room.
yeah.
Hard! Whoa. We're on the top.
Sorry.
Okay, that's okay.
Well, that changes things a little here.
It's us, right?
Yeah, it's probably not bad.
No, it might force them to replace
With
that.
the perfect draw
Yeah, that's
here if
about
they
it.
don't do anything else.
And the other option is to plant the 8 on the 5. So if we plant it with peel, nose, this bite spilled,
Yeah.
everything else is going to go, and we'll be sitting at least 2 up there that they have to worry about.
If you can get the 5 to go, I like it.
Okay, the 5 can go for sure.
Okay.
It's more is the 7 going to spin? It looks like it's going to spin quite a bit.
I think it'll.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I think, are you okay with that?
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
No, this makes sense. Yeah, if he can get
It's
them all,
really- You want me
them all
to
to go,
sweep or
then
hold?
this
Yeah,
makes
come
sense.
sweep.
Okay.
Oh, with the way he's throwing, I don't think Mark can jump up and catch it. So having Val come down to sweep. Of course, Val, a former skip, but converted to third and done a lot of work on her sweeping. So a great sweeper.
I think a nose hit is
Well, and
close.
you see that with quite a few of
Just
these
a
mixed
sliver
doubles
high,
teams where
maybe.
What
skips
turn
are
are you
playing
throwing?
mixed
Make one
doubles, and I'm always impressed with how
Throw
good
it
they are
quite
at
hard. I don't
sweeping. Like
imagine
even Kelsey and Braden's team, they're both skips, and you wouldn't really notice it by watching them sweep. They're both proficient.
Well, they probably got a lot of sweeping for about 3 to 4 feet. They've been doing that for many years. So smaller spurts.
Fastest 6 feet on the ice.
Oh, and he peels it over top. Now that changes things for Calvert and Buck, I would think.
Yeah, that was the risk there, but
Uncharacteristic. Usually Mark plants those pretty square on.
yeah, it's surprising.
Yeah?
I think so.
You want a sweeper or are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I think I like, yeah.
See what the final call were? They just drawing down to theirs on top? Is
I
that
think
the
so. I think they're trying to,
set up?
yeah, just come on top of it, and then it'll set up for potentially a big shot on Kelsey's last.
Just a hair less, Kelsey. Little less.
So after this, it'll be they'll still leave blue sitting 1.
Another setup shot here. I don't think he's trying to move it, not based on the ice they took.
Okay, line's a little tight.
Okay.
Like to go early if you can.
I like the weight.
Okay, early if you can. Yes, for line. Line is tight.
Just gonna have to sit then.
Okay.
Just a guard.
Card.
Okay.
Well, you can
Interesting.
hammer
Curled on
it.
him.
This over curls a little bit.
Does
Yeah, I think
nose-
without
is that
hammer,
looking
they're
good?
just trying to get the force there by
Then we still have a
Braden
tough
throws
2.
the guard, and then they would have
But
to
you're
make
going to
a
have 2
decision.
shots. You're either going to have
And then
this
they'd either
draw,
guard it out and get the force,
or
or
you're
try to
gonna
make
just
a
have the
draw
nose
to the
here.
other side. So
and they can't take them both away.
I like the call of the
They'll have
guard.
to
It
come
just,
in here and
just
make
got
a
away
big
from him a
freeze.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Said earlier, guards
But
are
you
not
just need to
easy.
pick it and try to stick
No,
it out.
Peels might be easier
like
than a
you
guard.
said, if you move that, it's
Definitely.
Not good.
Yeah. I think just with it not being super lively, we just.
I think we pick it. Okay.
Okay. Do you want a sweeper?
I'll take a broom this time.
Okay.
Mark identifying after he missed the last one. Maybe he wants a broom
I think
this
that's
time.
close.
I don't think we'll
course.
see Mark make the same mistake twice.
No.
Oh, fuck. Disaster.
Oh, another one of those comments about the truck in the parking lot. Must have been turning around or something during the throw, I guess. But
Could also freeze.
My other
that,
thought
but
was
well, that
freeze.
really changes the send around a little bit.
yeah.
What would you play here, Jeff?
I
Would
think a
you?
little hit and
Doubles
roll on
if
that
you
outside blue is good, not
put it
leaving
in
a
the right
double
spot,
back.
but-
And you like if they get it just under that guard, I think that
It's whatever you like.
that takes away any
No,
type of
you're throwing.
I just don't know
multiple.
where to put.
They could also freeze the
You just-
pocket
you'd
there
hate
at
to
the
put it
back, and then
here
that
somewhere
yellow
like
would be
this.
really
They
tough
rip
to
the
get
double.
rid of. So
Okay.
yeah, I think the hit and roll might
Yeah,
be
I'm
the
just
call.
seeing.
Let me play it.
Board weight.
Yep.
The other thing with the hit is you kind of guarantee you eliminate that. You'd hate to kind of throw a draw down and be light or over curl and then give them a chance for 3. So this kind of makes a lot of sense. The hit it rolls over behind the guard. They'll always have a shot.
If you want to draw, Kelsey, I think you just play to the left blue / our yellow, not the guard.
What do you like better?
I like both. Kind of thinking the draw now, but.
You hate to have two thoughts
then
just
let's
before
play
you.
the
You're throwing it.
Okay, then, yeah, freeze to the left blue.
The left blue, a freeze right there is perfect, yeah.
Okay.
Well, now she's going to have to reset.
Taking like edge of 12.
Yeah, just inside. Good time.
Line's good. Keep it broom down so wide. Yeah, I think you gotta go.
We're light.
Hard then, curl.
We're just a guard.
Curl!
Well, since it's light, they got to make sure
Hard,
it's actually
hard,
guarding
hard,
their
hard,
rock.
hard.
That's why I like that hit a little bit better, right? It just. I think you can throw enough weight to get around that and even get a tap on that yellow.
Yeah, with the way the ice curls, I think this might be possible. They only have to
Yeah,
move it
we
a
just gotta
foot
make a call
to score a
before-
3. So
You're throwing it, so I'll let
But
you
they're one,
decide.
right? They're sitting one yellow right
It's
now.
also really key, like that was really wide. We just haven't been out there.
And the handle totally took out.
Yeah.
I mean, at least the right tolerance, right?
Just letting you decide what
yeah,
to
it
throw.
did make the shot a little tougher.
He didn't seem sold on the hit.
But really, as long as they get by that top
So
yellow, I
draws
mean, it
good.
should even hit in off the blue when they have. So,
We talked about it before we head down.
well, they had a good conversation there that we heard, though, which really was we've got to kind of settle on a shot and make it rather than be a little indecisive.
Yeah, it's tough as the thrower when you're in the hack, ready to make the shot you've already bought into, and then,
Yeah,
then
get
your
that
mind
weight
has
right and
changed,
you'll
or
be
you
close.
change your own mind. It's difficult when you have more than one thought going through your head.
And they really had to go wide there to draw to the a rock on the same side. And that would have been probably fresher ice, a little bit slower. Maybe that wasn't in the mindset when they made the switch.
They're the same weight as your first one.
Close. Clean. Yep. Whoa.
Back line.
Close. Whoa. Whoa. Curl.
Weight's good.
Curl. Hard. Hard, Mark. Hard. It's got no line.
Oh. Didn't move. Nice weight.
Wow.
On yellow.
Well, it worked out in the end. That guard played an important role. So just goes to show you, make sure your tolerances are good if you have the miss. So,
Well, and like the plan B was called early enough there where Braden told her what the weight was, and then she was able to call the line from there on the guard right away. Whereas they didn't just try to go for the draw the entire time and then end up over sweeping it or doing something where they ruined plan B as well. So good to shift gears at the right time. And Val's last one just didn't want to come up for her, so one steal.
yes. And of course, even as they're trying to read the ice a bit off of each other, you got righties and lefties, so it's a different starting point. So it's not an exact path that they're following. So those adjustments are, yeah, a bit different.
Yeah, the angles are a little different,
They've
and
been like just inside.
it's
the
just
middle.
that would have been
I would
Val's
say it's
out turn,
just a
which
tick.
would be following a righty's
Stick
in turn,
forward.
which
Just a tick.
sometimes the out turn won't want to curl as much. So a little more math to do.
Looks tight line.
Line's okay.
Well, maybe after this shot, Jeff, we'll
We're
do a
light.
little bit of around the horn here and see what's happening
Just
on
a
the
guard.
other events.
Hard, keep going.
We can see any scores and updates for the viewers who might be interested in what's happening. Right after this great shot by Kelsey. A little bit
fine.
light, but still in behind.
Yeah.
What do you see happening over in sheet number 1? Got Walker and Myers against Liscombe. I think Walker and Myers are yellow.
It looks like it's a 5-1 lead for Walker and Myers on that sheet. We have a tied game on sheet 2. That's Kerry Hodgson against Dropkin Anderson. And then on sheet 4, it's a 7-0 lead for Molding. Courtney against
Monker.
Monker.
Yeah, from Cochrane. They're the team, the local team, regional team, a chance to develop and get into the game and get some exposure. And they actually upset Desjardins a couple of years ago. So
there you go.
you know, that's what we say. Even with these, you know, some of these regional teams that are in here to get some exposure and development, still no slouches. You still got to bring your game and play it.
Well, and they're having fun, I hope. It's what it's about.
14-6 on there.
Yeah, it's back 4 with a lot of sweeping.
Yeah, it's one of the philosophies within this event was to make sure that we had some opportunity for some teams to get that exposure and play with some of these top teams. And it's just so great that the curling community, these top teams, are embracing that. You know, they obviously a game like Molding and Courtney are playing. It's really nice that they'll spend the time to talk to them and they get the chance to learn off their strategy and see what's happening.
Come there, Kelsey.
And Darren just made a run triple. So there's
I guess if you watch that all day, that might get tiring. Oh, Calvin, yeah. Braden's got a good one. He got it around.
Okay.
Great throw there.
that yellow's going to be hard to get rid of.
Just broom down, yeah, if we're close.
Right on the tee line?
Yeah. Straight to it.
It's nice to see too. Kathy Overton, she's here working with the Dropkin Anderson team.
Probably
Yeah,
got
she made the
room.
transition to
Be
coaching.
close, but I
It's
think
nice
I got
to
to
see
go
her
a
at the
bit.
rink still. It's
You got a little bit of room, but line's good.
one of the good ones. So
Line's good. Go, 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 go.
Having a chance to spend some time with her when the Anderson Dropkin team is here playing on sheet number 3. So
How was that? Doing that.
Just like
a little bit of light over curled there. Another chance for Braden and Rock to, or
I was thinking
Braden Kelsey to put one in, but
out-turn draw.
yeah, we're seeing
I
the
don't hate
momentum playing a part in this. It's shifted. It
Yeah.
seemed like Sweet and Kennedy couldn't miss in the first couple ends, and the team of Calvert Rock was struggling to figure things out, and that might have flipped here, shifted a little bit.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
I don't anticipate that Val and Mark will continue to struggle, though. I think they'll be able to pull themselves out of it pretty quick.
Okay, line's good.
Okay.
Go early a bit if you can to keep it out there. Yep, sweep it. Okay, we're way over curling now.
We're just trying to get just over.
Okay. It's gotta sit. It's gotta sit.
Perfect line.
Gotta sit.
Yep. It's good.
right, they're just covering the top back on that blue. I think it's still there though.
Good.
Yeah.
But they seem to be happy with it, so.
Yeah, I think Mark can warp one in there even if he chose to draw. I think it's probably still there to the button. It'd be tough to score more than one if you do that, but
Sweep for top 4.
yeah. You got it.
Yeah.
if they don't get in there now, though, they might never have the chance. So it might be now or never.
Yep. Yeah, it's certainly not setting up for them with a lot of staggered stones up there.
Close on this
Might be a
side.
little slower here. I think you got to sweep that.
Okay,
Yep.
line looks tight.
Yep.
It's really curling over. Is it going to get by
Whoa,
that top
whoa,
yellow
whoa,
one? I think
whoa,
it's going to
whoa.
bump
Just
it in.
little rub's good. Just. Whoa.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's all right.
All right, that's
Yeah.
a usable blue stone, so it did roll to a good spot.
Been going to ours.
Not
really.
recognized
Could
by
play the draw and
Braden.
kinda
They might
feather
want to
one
get
in
rid of
there.
that because it might help
It's
them
really
later.
tough, but yeah. I don't hate that because that's the
kinda
same
like
thing. I don't think we need to hit the blue. I can sweep?
Um,
Or do you want to broom?
maybe hold the broom.
Okay. Where are you thinking?
Electing for the draw
I
through
don't
the
know what
port.
your
I think it's like more.
You call that a port? I call it a dam.
I think this is max.
Well, if there is a hole, though, as they said, it can work two ways here. If they miss the hole, there'll be a good secondary outcome. So
Yeah, chisel off the outside one potentially. It seems like the rocks are curling a bit more right now. It's catching both teams by surprise now. Not a lot of under curls happening on draw weight.
Yeah, line. Hard line. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep. Yep.
oh, hole looks there. It's coming. This rock is just gonna miss that blue one.
Whoa.
What a shot!
Lots of room.
I'm telling you, lots of room, 100%. Someone used some sort of
That was
Star
the
Trek
hardest line to
teleportation
deliver.
device, I think, when it
You're
got
like on
close.
the other side
Hole
of the
right
line.
now.
It's a good shot, but a really good line call there by Kelsey too.
Question is, can they follow it? Or do they try and run their blue back into it? I mean,
We know there's a hole.
yes, we do. That has been confirmed.
And then save that for your last one. Is that the best call?
I think so, yeah. Get one of them out of there.
Okay. Want to give a broom?
Okay.
Just right in the middle of the
So
hole, I
this
think.
has been running for you.
Yeah.
What do you like?
Yeah. Right there is close.
Are they going through the hole?
Yeah, I think they're just going to try to get rid of one of the yellows and then leave that short slash on that blue for Val's last one, if I heard Mark correctly.
No, that's a small hole. If we see two rocks go through there, that'll be awesome.
I like his chances.
That might be tracking a little outside on that. Oh, it's just
It's one way to do it.
outstanding.
The unfortunate part is they got rid of that little slash that Val might have had on the last. So,
Yeah.
but a
It
good
doesn't
shot.
touch the blue.
nonetheless.
It's good.
Yeah.
Thought it was by for a second.
Yeah, I thought so too. It was really close.
Yeah, that's fine. Straight guard and just let her
No,
play
very
that
well.
for two.
Yeah, we can.
I just don't. I guess you could get right there is perfect.
That
but
was kind of my thought. Let's just put the pressure on. But
I like it. Yeah.
yeah, okay. I know.
Yeah, because even if you get to this side of it,
That's
this is
fine.
going nowhere.
Yeah.
I like it.
Good call.
I mean, good call. Good question. And again, I'm Monday night curler, so I see these games maybe a little differently. Like I don't see holes that two rocks just went through. So, would you ever hit your own yellow and sort of Christmas tree a little bit?
Yeah,
If
you
you
got
get a
yourself four
slight inside flop, and then you are sitting three, and
saw how mine came in
really
there,
hard for them to get in
flop
there.
Yeah.
You
It'll always
certainly
come in.
could, but you might leave them an easier shot in the
yeah,
end.
like
And
back
if they put this where they
so it's like middle
call,
of
that
12.
blue one
I
at the
love
back
that.
is only helping
I
them.
love middle of 12.
Because it'll prevent that yellow that's currently frozen to it from going very far. So if Kelsey can place this just on the inside of that or anywhere on the inside, then that middle yellow will be near impossible to move.
That's why you're coaching,
it.
and I'm
Yeah, I like it
commentating.
too. Line's really good. Got lots of room. Line's never
Okay.
an issue. Room.
I like the weight.
Line's good.
I like the line.
Close for line.
This crossing the face is really important.
Yep.
though.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, it's got to curl a mile. Oh,
Yeah, that was always the risk of coming in there. If it didn't cross the face,
Oh,
it
we
was
had to
going to
get to the
leave them
inside.
something.
Well, I just didn't know where her weight was. Sorry.
oh. Okay.
You
Shoot.
think it's going to be for more than one?
It's tough for two. but
Confirm.
Yeah.
And it doesn't do anything. Do you want a broom or a sweeper?
Yeah, they should be able to get in for the one.
I think if she hits it on the inside a little bit, it's got a chance just to chisel that back blue and not move it a lot and sit there for two. But
Just don't want to get this outside.
Pretty much throwing it at the middle.
You're throwing it at the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, listen, if it comes up a hair, you're just rolling to the button and it's, right?
Yeah.
afford to be a millimeter low. So yeah, right at the middle.
Yeah.
It's like they could hear you. I should almost have you draft out the ends before they happen, and maybe it'd save us some time.
It's a little easier in fours curling than this. This is a little more unpredictable.
Yeah.
And the shot making still incredible, given there's only 2 people on the ice.
Curl.
This has gotten out a little
Falling.
bit.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Oh, it's going to be a steal of 2. Just got that out a bit. It just felt like she said.
Yeah, a little bit of a any back motion on release there. I think is unforgiving with the weight gets up.
Yeah.
No.
No, that's okay.
Well,
I don't.
Talking about the power play now.
Down 1 with in 6. If you score 1, they probably use it in 7, and then we have it in 8. I think we save it. I still think we save it. You okay with that?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good conversation, trying to work out where they'll be and when they can use it. So.
We couldn't have laid it out better than that. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, I tell you, sometimes, especially I find in the mixed doubles, because there's 2 of them there. It's only 2 of them talking, and they talk a lot, and so they
Side
often
you
do
like?
most of the commentating for us.
You got your weight?
Yeah, I think we know that one better.
That might be us behind the camera,
Last then.
behind the screen. Might be the guy on the
Side's good.
camera control doing something.
First real test. of adversity.
Getting
I'll
a little
make it up before
FaceTime.
this end. Let's get 2 or 3.
Hey, you hear Mark saying that there. You know, it's their first real test of diversity here, just
Good
losing
all
the
there.
momentum and
Finest path it's been.
and giving up the
I think
lead.
we're
So
back line right now.
Okay.
team recognizing a bit of a down moment and knowing they have to kick it back. So
It's trying.
Curling now. Whoa. Whoa. Wait on lead. Room.
Curl. Hey, good.
all right.
Just
Okay.
a slight bit heavy,
Top
but
4, top
that'll
button.
play.
So we've been throwing the out turn more.
You can try the in if you want.
Okay.
I think they're both similar. They're both slower and both moving. This looks even a little slower maybe, so. I got a little bit light, but
Okay, straight then. Don't make it curl. Straight. Hard. Line's good. Hard. Hard. Line's good. Just top 4. Line's good. No, line's good. No.
good shot.
Very nice.
Great shot there. Well, this game is actually extremely important. I mean, we watched on the sheet next to them. We've got Hodgson and Carey playing against
Good
Anderson
spot.
Dropkin.
Really good.
Anderson Dropkin's 3-0, Carey and Hodgson 2-1. Then you've got Sweet and Kennedy at 3-0, Rock and Colbert at 1-2. So really, you know, this is a game that Rock and Colbert have to win, but Sweeting and Kennedy really can't afford to lose. You don't want to drop into that one loss because only 2 teams get through. And certainly a few of the head-to-head matches still to come between some of these heavy hitters. So
Well, in a field this big and this deep, it's every single loss is huge.
Backy.
2 losses might be you might be in trouble in this event.
Just for line.
Okay, whoa line.
We're all there.
And draw to the
Backing.
button is going to be really important when it comes down to those 2 lost teams. Who's going to qualify?
yeah. That takes it back to when I used to watch figure skating, you know, way back before they got rid of the compulsories. Those compulsories were worth very little, but oftentimes they were the very little that made the difference between some top players or skaters.
It's 13-7.
Yeah,
Here
you
and
always
then he
think
goes
that
here where
you're just competing for hammer, but you're actually trying to.
Trying to be like.
It could mean
Yeah.
getting to the playoffs or not. So that pregame practice and draw for hammer just means a lot in the
Okay.
end.
And
Yeah.
leave the back one open Like
Yeah.
if I half freeze on our top one, his back one's lost.
And the other game here on
Okay.
this sheet, or here, with you got
But I was
Walker
gonna ask you
Myers
the
playing
same
Liscombe, and Walker Myers are 2-1.
Yeah, the
You got
outlook's
Martin and
good.
Griffiths, who just finished a victory at 3-1. You
think
got
the
Weagle
fees
Epping
on
at
both
4-0.
sides
So
are similar. If we use
out
that
of those
side
three
more and
teams, only
4.
two are going to go through. So
I've just been a
and I
little
think
bit
Walker
late.
Myers still have a clash with Martin
Give you a little
Griffin
bit
coming up. So
Just a couple feet.
a lot of things tightening up as we get finishing off day 2 and get ready to start the final day before the championships.
Like it.
Room.
So
Room
things
running
shaping
like it's
up
heavy.
very nicely
There
for
right now.
Whoa, wait for the
Val and
curl.
Mark in this end.
Wait for the curl. Whoa. Hey, line's good now.
Bumping.
Doesn't have to curl.
Bumping.
Okay. Yep. Good.
Nice shot.
Yeah, great throw there.
Oh, beauty.
Really
Good
good.
sweep.
The angle on that's perfect too. It goes straight back onto that yellow. So
Get you to sweep it.
nervous times here for Rock Calvert.
Looks like they're going to try and tuck one around into that into those top blues on the left side as we look at it, or right side, I guess, as we look at it now.
So we'll see if the adjustments made. Braden's last one in this path was a little heavy, so see if you can take the necessary 6 feet off and plant one on the corner.
Yeah. It's tough. Hey, definitely less.
I think you gotta go a little.
Just tell me for line.
Hard line. Hard line.
Really got to go, and it seems light. They really got to carry this.
Hard.
They got to get it by the guard for sure. Just rub. Well, it's still usable, but
load
would
up
have
another
preferred
one.
that to be in there.
And you see that sometimes when you throw the first one heavy, you're going to come and make the adjustment, and it's just a little bit
I think we
potentially of
gotta
an
move 'cause
over adjustment there. So
They're probably playing the straw, hey?
Into the side of the button.
Yeah.
tough one there for
They're
Braden.
going here. You mean?
They're probably going there.
So what do you thinking our play is?
Shot.
Yes, we
Either
could make
we
this
come
draw
here
now.
or we
Yeah,
can
it's
load
just
it up still, but move them a bit.
So nice to load those up.
I guess
again.
he'd still have this draw.
Gotta make it though. Right now, actually,
I'd rather not push this one then if we're still leaving this draw.
except if I make room to bump this for the extra point.
Yeah, this one's in such a good spot though.
Yeah, it's true.
I first thought
It's true.
was
I
maybe
guess we could go here. It's just right now we're only sitting one,
Yeah.
and it's going to get a little bit tough to get the second point here. And these are
Were you thinking of trying like more weight? to
no,
move
because then I
this?
think the shooter's going to go to a bad spot.
Yeah.
So I was thinking if you load up another one and you bump it to here and you make room for that, I mean that draw is for the game.
Okay.
If they don't make it,
Yeah.
or to your point, this would be really good even. Okay, but come down. We'll make a
Okay.
decision here.
Like I just don't want to push this one here.
Okay, we can leave it there
Because then
then.
he's still got this draw.
Okay,
But we might have an angle, I guess.
if I go here though, he might play this.
Yeah.
Let's see what the decision is they come to.
You
I
could
think
just nudge
there's
it a
merit
bit,
to
'cause I
both
feel like-
shots. I like Mark's thinking just to move that. You're making room for more points that way, and that
Okay.
freeze is going to be for the game. And if you don't make
Yeah.
that, it's bonanza.
Almost the same weight. You bump it 2 inches.
Okay.
Bump it right to the button even. They got to be really careful.
Yeah.
Okay? I love it. Same type of weight.
Okay.
Well, Kennedy and Sweeting in a great position here late in the fifth end.
More.
Just a sixth end, sorry. They just gave
Back
up
four.
a steal
I
at
think
2
your
and
weight's
5,
not
so
back four.
down by
Keep it
3
low.
with
I
a
hope
chance
you're
to get a
right.
bundle here.
Line's good.
Yeah, I
Still
really
don't-
like this
Line's
call. I
good,
like
yep.
the
Don't
way
want
Mark
to.
explained it was perfect.
line.
You're
Okay.
going to be putting the
Hard line,
game
hard line, hard line.
on the next freeze. So
Go, go,
I
go,
really
go,
like
go,
moving
man,
this
keep
a little
going.
bit.
Keep going, keep
Just
going,
jiggle
keep
it.
going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
It's one thing to call it, it's another thing to
Good.
make it. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
They're still only sitting the one, but that yellow is very lonely and in a very vulnerable spot.
And it's queued up on those blues that you hit those anywhere, then that yellow is going to leave town.
Well, I hope not leave town and go right through the back board here and stuff like that, but I still need that.
There's still life after this event, I guess, eh?
Tell it's the last draw of the night. And we brought Jeff in. No, just kidding. Oh, they're long days, but they're fun days. We're loaded with lots of great curling. I would miss it for the world. It's just some of the best talent in the world's here, and we get a chance to watch it. And more importantly, listen to the conversations. Like you said, the way Mark explained the shot and what he wanted to do. And I mean, you can't buy that type of education. And that's what our listeners are getting when they get to hear these great dialogues.
Well, and you said it best with the just two athletes on each team. They're explaining it to one another. There's nothing's really lost in translation. They're explaining what they're thinking to each other, and yeah, like we get to listen to that, which is the best education you can have.
So it looks light again.
Flight.
Okay.
So heavy.
Again, they got out a little wider than they probably would have been normally, but
Ice is
I mean, does that help them a bit because it's a bit higher and on the inside, so it takes away the blue thing, or?
It sort of makes the run back easier. It's when they're all closer now. They can run anything in right now, and I think they're going to be sitting
to pick it,
to play
to pick the one. You're moving 4 rocks, so if I'm doing that, we're throwing weight at it.
Yeah. Do you have enough though?
I don't really. It's close, but
How would you just run the yellow back? The top.
Probably one rock too soon, because if they do that, they're going to open up some type of freeze likely. So they'd love it if this was their last one. That's what they would do. But Mark still has one left here, so they.
What if you
they
double
kind of want to
peel?
delay things for a bit.
Yeah, that's the other option.
I
was also thinking if you just peeled this one.
I guess you're leaving that draw in the game, but it's so precise.
Thinking either one. I'm a little worried they'll like
scatter everywhere.
Yeah.
But if you throw it soft enough, you'll sit 4.
Okay, whatever you're seeing.
That's the other thing, to your point. You don't have to run this back hard.
Yeah.
But we saw on that other end where they tried to peel and they missed all the rocks in the rings. They ended up giving up a steal.
I think I like it with just control.
Okay.
Just control weight on the nose, out turn.
Okay. Do you want me to hold or sweep?
So the 2 hasn't got up. It's 4-3 after 5. Rock and Calvert after that steal in 5. Scoring in the last 3 ends. Big momentum change like we saw. All of a sudden, Rock and Calvert finding their way.
Yeah, let's make this.
Seems like we've had another switch here. Val and Mark all of a sudden finding it again. And Rock and Calvert just a little off on their weight.
It was when Kelsey drew the button in the third end. It seemed like there was a little bit of a shift in momentum after that happened, and it seems like Mark and Val are just one shot away here from busting this open. So a great game so far. I like the weight choice here because throwing it any harder might spring something and leave a pocket for.
She's curling a little bit. Did it hold on
enough?
Touch it. And it just did.
What am I doing?
It's not bad though. That was
well, they talked about the double peel already, so removing that makes it an easier shot. But they now have to be very careful. You have to try and angle guard this, or they're going to try and wrap one around. But
yeah, it looks like they're going to go with the guard and then sort of leave it to Val to make the run back. That's probably their best bet.
Be right up here.
Probably want to put it high too, right? Because you want to make it hard for the run back.
There, side 4, whichever you like.
Is that wrong that he listened to me and said that? Or?
It's that two-way communication you got going on.
Right through my mask, you can just read my lips, I'm sure.
I bet you the athletes all week have been looking back to see what's going on.
We only wish. Well, I tell you, it's an exciting end because, like you said, with the swings, I mean, there was a potential game opener shot there just over curls a bit. And now they're guarding for their life again, trying to put this in a spot to make it hard for Val to make her last shot. But they will have a shot. And just have to touch something, and they're so close together, everything's going to move in a chain reaction.
Yeah, and Braden mentioned the depth of this guard is important because if this is tight, that shot's easy. So they want this nice and high because they know Val's going to have a shot. It's just how difficult that shot's going to be.
And probably
Should I just straight adjust
under
for this
curl
heavy
rather than
now?
over curl it, I would imagine. You don't want to. Would you want to show them a little bit more on the inside or the outside if you're going to miss it?
I don't know that it matters. I think if you hit that yellow anywhere, those rocks are going to just go back
Okay,
right
just
onto
always
that
curl.
other yellow and
Line's
sit
edge as well.
4. So
We're good.
Always
this
curl.
basically has to be perfect.
Always curl. Curl now.
That's
You gotta go hard. 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 You got it hard.
No, I left the hole there, didn't I?
that.
What, do I have to whip it? Like,
Oh, wow. It's quite a big hole,
no?
considering what they were throwing through last end.
Nose with normal, and I expect 3 of them to hang around at least, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't want the one to spin too hard, because everything's going to be dragging this way, right?
Yeah.
Normal on the nose.
So if anything, I want to cross it so it drags this way?
You got it, exactly.
Okay.
There's that drag effect.
Yeah, she'll be. She wants to come on the low side of
I'm
it
just
there.
going to take a look at what the hole looks like.
I don't even know that she has to throw normal here. She doesn't want any of those rocks to spin, and they could potentially sit 4.
Should
but,
come up here,
A little bit.
Yeah,
think
anywhere on the
if I
low side, I
aim,
think
like-
she's pretty good.
just off the
I
rock.
think I was going to say edge of rock, so if you're just off it, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, chance for
Pretty much
another
right in this
swing
hole.
here.
Those 2 yellows.
Yeah, you got it.
Probably going to take a 3, possibly 4.
Yeah, I think it's that
Right
back
here.
that
Solid.
back
Is it
blue
moving
there.
so many,
Sure.
or
Not
normal's
sure if
good?
that's going to spin or
Your
not.
normal lots.
Okay.
They are moving 4 rocks though, so normal might be the required weight just to move all that granite.
Yeah.
Depends how lively the rocks are.
Lots of weight.
Whoa. Whoa.
Close. Yep.
Here it comes. Well, looks like they're through the hole. That's a matter of what'll happen here.
Hard.
Atta girl. Good shot.
Oh, great shot. They'll take 4.
It was queued up right from early on in the end when they had that angle on that back yellow. That was waiting there the whole time for that shot. So
Yeah.
well
and
executed by Val.
Nice throw.
Four
Good,
points.
good weight, good everything.
But it's still only a 2-up lead. Or is that 3 now?
Oh, it'll be 3 now.
3 now, yeah.
3 playing
Try
in
power play, Mark.
7.
Oh, sure. Yeah, of
On this
course.
side.
Mixed
Okay.
doubles, that might as well be a 1-up lead.
Yeah. It's so
This one
true.
go again?
And 2 ends to
Biting
go.
the T-line at the top
Okay.
and splitting. I think that's really close. Yeah, that's good, man.
That's tough when you give a 4. You know, maybe a 2, possibly a 3. That extra 4. Still a game though. Chance here in the power play to get 2 or 3 back, and then we've seen how you can steal.
Or no.
Up 3, power play. Uh,
I guess even as long as I move it, you can come around it.
yeah,
Is that or
yeah. I think,
draw?
I mean, ideally, we hold him to 3. We're tied up with the power play. I don't mind you playing the tick.
Okay. I think it's going to be
think it's-
heavy.
I think it's that or you're throwing at top 4,
Yeah.
right? That's the other option. So I don't mind that either. That kind of,
Then they freeze,
yeah.
and you're freezing.
A bit like chess
Or a
here,
little bit of-
trying
Or
to go
I-
3 or 4 shots ahead. And
Pick a top 4.
Yeah. I don't mind it.
Okay, you like it, I like it.
So they've
Then
elected not
even
to
if I
throw
move
the
it
corner
over,
tick.
you have something to draw around.
Or they
got it.
have elected to
guard.
tick
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Okay.
Similar to the one you threw earlier today.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be
that's really
heavy.
close. I think it'll be
so they're
heavy.
doing the tick.
Okay. And
Okay.
I think that just
Straighter.
inside edge of 12
yeah.
is close.
Okay.
I don't think it'll go crazy.
Just trying to bump theirs in the house and roll it off. Way out here in the wings. Sounds easy.
Yeah. So I've noticed that in
Weight's good.
four-player
You're just
curling, when teams have big leads, they've been playing this same shot. They've been
Straight.
trying the corner tick,
Straight.
which you didn't see a lot before the emergence of mixed doubles. Now since it's
you
played
got it.
often
Go, go, go,
in this
go,
discipline,
go.
you see it more in the
Roll the
fours
shooter.
game.
Or go on that one. Go, 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 go.
Good shot.
Pretty
Good,
good.
Brad.
Yep. All right, let's see how Calvert and Rock bounce back here. I know you can see they're reeling a little bit after that 4, so hopefully they can shake it off and get this end going in a positive way and get some multiples back. Looks like they're going to try and draw around the corner and leave it top 12. Kind of staggered those two.
Yeah, knowing that their opposition
I
can't
don't
hit
know
yet.
what it'll.
Yeah, I was just gonna say how much harder
I'm
am I
not
throwing
sure.
it down this path.
It's getting heavier every shot, but I don't know how much.
Okay, I think it's for sure gonna be heavy up here, so I'm gonna play this out.
Okay.
But we'll see. Probably curl.
If you take middle of 4 even, if you're a bit light, it's fine.
Okay. Line's nice.
How's line?
Okay, it's curling now.
Weight's really coming off it now.
Curling now. Line's good.
That's good.
It's got to curl if anything.
Weight coming off, line curling. Those are all
You get a
positives.
rub?
Yep.
Mister.
Oh,
Oh, slight side direction there. Still can't take out though yet.
Sorry.
good weight.
It's max, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're hearing lots of comments
You
from
just-
the
yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Rock Calvert
Come
team
around and
about
then
the
you'll have
ice
to
getting
double,
heavier with
probably.
each
As long as I
throw.
don't put it in
They
a
feel
spot
like
that
they
the
might
yellow
be
goes into.
losing the ice a little bit late in the game.
You'd have to be like back
It's getting
4 for
heavier with
that.
every throw. So
I know.
I think if you're top 4, you're
hopefully the
good.
adjustment can be made.
Top 4, top 8.
Okay. Or I bump him on the nose with back 8 and kind of be in the way.
I don't mind just leaving that.
Okay.
That's a,
Okay, I like that. Let's try to be top 4 then.
like rather than trying a really hard in between
Sure.
shot.
Sure, okay, let's make this one. Probably just, it's definitely outside edge 8 and still sticky.
Sticky, yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
I like the ad. Should be close.
Still didn't feel heavy.
Keep close. Yeah. I think you gotta go. Yeah.
Put this in a
Curl.
good spot now, yeah.
I'll just
Yeah,
let you
great.
take it. That's good.
Sorry, I got in your way there.
No, you're good. I'm totally fine with
Good
that.
sweep.
Yes, great shot there. Great execution, especially going down a bit of a path they weren't
it's
too
good as
familiar
those
with.
two.
Yeah, they left that in a really good
They're not in a
spot.
good spot. Maybe right here.
Okay.
I think they
Like that?
recognize
Yep.
that there's a pretty easy double left over there on those yellows, so they need to do something to play a little defense on those.
They call the guard.
Looks like it, yeah. No worry about shot rock later.
They were
Okay, line's good. It's curling early.
Okay.
Okay, never for curl. Close. Oh, line's good. It's got to sit.
a slight over curl there. Don't know though if
Bouncer
they
is
can.
curling more than mine.
Just make this, right? Kill the 6 and roll here.
Yeah.
Make things a little bit tough on him.
Yeah.
I like that. A little bit of a guess here for.
It might move a bit this way because it's so straight.
Yeah, it should move a bit. I was just thinking like control. You can come down.
Yeah, I think anytime they're eliminating enemy stones right now, they're in a good spot given with the 3-up lead here. I like this call, even though they're going to leave one of the yellows in the
I
house.
was thinking
it's
like
still,
a good control hit,
still the right
expecting
thing to
it to come down a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess you're kind of forced to chase, right? You,
Okay.
you really don't
And
want to
expect it
get in
to
the
curl.
game. A lot of
Yeah.
rocks. That's
My
where you
first
can
thought
give
was
up
the edge of our
multiples.
blue
But
rock
at
on
the
your
same
side,
point, you've
but
got
I'll
one
take
in
a
a
little
good
bit more
position, and you're,
Okay.
you can almost
Okay.
lap around on top of
Okay.
it, or even
I
go
like it, yeah.
other side.
Yeah, they sometimes offense is your best defense. I think if they have access to these stones now, hitting it's the right thing to do. But if that guard would have been made good, you might have seen
It's good.
Mark elect to do that, to come on top of the zone.
Close. Yep. 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 Whoa. 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 Watch your shooter. Watch your shooter. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it. Good sweep.
Good shot.
Really good shot there, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I threw
Kind of
board.
wait. Where do you want the broom?
Think a little more.
What are they playing here? Are they coming at the back one, or are they hitting the top one into 12?
I think they're going to hit the top one and try to roll open as much as they can and potentially clip those two blues in the 4-foot there. Keeping a shooter here is really important. They need to hang around somewhere over there. So
I'll just throw board.
they're trying to do 2 for 1 here. Keep a rock in the house and move things around in the 4-foot.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. 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 Curl. Whoa. Whoa. Straight. Hard. Nice shot. Good.
Oh, great rock there, splitting the house up. They've put some rocks in play.
Yeah, knowing that double in the 4-foot's pretty easy, that worked out good.
Looks hard to do this one.
And they've
but
actually got
Yeah,
that yellow
just
Christmas
this.
tree
I
behind.
actually think
so-
just hard anywhere into the 4-foot makes it tough for them.
Okay.
I'm not seeing that double very easily without clipping our 8.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty steep.
So if I throw firm and I roll here even,
Yeah.
it certainly makes the deuce tougher. Do you like that?
I do, yeah.
Again, eliminating a
You come
yellow
with me.
one,
Come with me.
trying to roll it over into that and just
And
making
curl-
it hard for
Might
them to
be
get
a
rid of it all.
bit of movement here.
2 rocks each team
Like
left,
five.
1 per player left.
Like straight,
Pardon?
like a run, like straight.
No, I think it might get a bit of curl.
Oh, okay.
Because we haven't had anything out there.
Well, here's what I'll do.
I mean, you're throwing it
I'll throw
hard,
it firm
so-
to make the roll, and if it curls, we make the double.
Yeah,
I like that. I'll throw firm.
yeah.
Roll it in there somewhere.
Okay.
Yep. 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 Whoa! Whoa!
Or just make the double.
Or just make the double. Well, you kind of tip your hat now. If you're Calvert and Rock, what are you thinking here? How do you generate a deuce here?
I think you got to wiggle stuff around and try to create some type of pocket if they can tap the top one
Yeah,
there
that's
and
kinda what I
maybe
was thinking
create
too.
a little pocket they can sit in front of to make the removal tough.
I think so.
Hard to
That one
make
was
a
demoralizing to watch for them.
Draw.
What a shot by Mark.
Yeah,
Really well
I think
done.
your first call's right. Peel,
Okay.
hit and roll.
Yep. You want a broom
So
or
they
sweep?
peel to get rid of the 2 blues, and then they'll roll them behind the guard.
It's your
So
shot.
Is it?
Mark just threw. We have
Oh,
hammer.
okay. We have 2 more left then.
That changes
a
things.
quick one.
they just found some more life they didn't know they had.
Does that change anything? Maybe no. Maybe we just
We just tap it.
Yeah, I think you
Yep.
tap it.
right on the nose.
Yep. I like that too.
Inside out enter.
You'll leave them sitting too,
Yeah.
but at the same point,
Like
you'll
what kind of weight? You want me to sweep?
No, I'm just gonna throw back 4.
hopefully
Okay,
be in a
like
position
there?
to score with 2 after
Little
that.
left maybe.
Yeah, you just hope to leave this in a spot that makes it hard to remove. Right on the nose should create a pretty good basket behind it where it might be difficult to punch it through.
Okay, line's close.
Okay, back.
Got room right now.
Okay,
Clean it. Clean it though. Okay, curl.
Back 8.
Curl.
back 12.
Gotta come up.
Oh.
Got to get over. Here it goes.
Good.
Nice shot.
Really good shot. Yep.
Well, you're sitting 3 right now, and I don't see a shot for 2.
To,
Just guard it.
7/8.
This is where you're hoping your opponent's going to give you something.
Yeah.
So that point by Mark, if they just threw it away, there might not be a shot for 2.
might.
So
What do you think?
Does that mean we're guarding the 2?
Yeah, I mean, this is an
Guarding
example
the 2,
of
and it's not an easy shot for
don't
1.
make the shot for them by trying to
It's
get
not
rid
an
of
easy
it.
shot
yeah,
for
do
1
no
at all.
harm here.
Yeah. Okay, how do we get
Guard the 2.
Well, I guess this is your drop
This is the
path.
draw path, yeah.
You were about there?
I tried to aim here.
As you said, both being lefties,
I
they
think
can
that's
feed off
probably
each
right
other
ice.
here.
Yeah, okay.
Yours might curl a little bit less.
Yeah, putting the broom down is probably a little easier, given that they're traveling down the same paths. Yeah, I don't think there's a shot for 2 right now. So
You know, that's probably
you're just trying to make the 1
if you're
harder.
trying to guard dead on the yellow.
Well, it's probably
But I
okay
think
to
Brady
do
made
like
just
half
a little more weight
half,
on his
wouldn't
last
it?
one there.
Yeah.
It might have
Something
opened something up, but
Makes sense.
As I said, a little worried when they're doing that shot of leaving them line 2 and they end up leaving line 3. But it was also hard because how do you eliminate stuff? Because then they'll just rip it out after, and you're not really trying to score one. I mean,
yeah, leaving them lying 2 would have been okay. There might have been a double in the end for 2, or forced Val's hand to do something. But sitting 3 there with no triple, it's
I like your weight. I think
You're
you're
in
tight
tough.
to the house.
Okay.
But wait.
Line's nice. Line's good. Yep. Yep. Hard through the break. Clean.
Halfway.
Yep. Keep her going then. Yeah, if you're higher. Yep. That's good. That's good. That's good. It's good. It's good.
Good spot. Good shot.
I'd say.
Draw.
Draw for 1.
Yep.
Okay.
Play off the 8 a little bit if you want.
Yeah. Take enough.
Well, a smart move. They didn't make the opponent shot for him. And you see that guard at one point near as across the hog line was on the left side of center.
just goes sideways.
It just almost fell off the cliff a little there. So hard to throw them. A great job by Val there to put that in the right spot.
Yep.
Yeah, it's underrated how hard that is to make that rock stop in the perfect
can come on that
spot,
blue
guarding
just a little
something
bit.
else when it's
Similar weight on this
curling
side,
that
right?
much. It's going sideways.
All right, straight draw the button for 1.
You've seen her make this shot in the 3rd end.
Line's good.
A little kiss off a rock, and it sounds like she might need a little kiss off a rock here
Yeah, it's
again.
really curling.
Yeah, it's
Okay, whoa. Whoa. It's light.
It's light.
okay. Game, guys. Good luck.
Now there we have it. That rock
Yeah,
just coming up a
good luck.
little bit light.
Good game. Good luck. Good
That
game,
will
Mark. Good
make
luck.
it 3. That'll make it 10-4. Score not indicative of a great game we saw and the great shot making. A couple of momentum swings there. And really it was just that one end that built up, and then that guard wasn't made, and Val made a doozy to score 4.
Yeah, it was just
Thanks.
super good rock placement early in that 6th end that created the 4 ball, but I don't think the score is indicative at all of how close this game really was. And both teams I thought played really well and had their opportunities, and the momentum, it changed several times. So that was an entertaining game for us to watch tonight.
Yeah, and great to see these two teams out here. I just really good for our viewers to have a chance to see such talented curlers play. And almost in a way, you've got Sweeting and Kennedy, whose time is now, and you've got Calvert and Rock, whose time is coming.
Well, without question, it's hard to find a better group of athletes than you've assembled here in Banff this weekend. The field is amazing. Everywhere you look, there's world champions, Olympians. It's just amazing. So special place to be.
Jeff, really appreciate you coming and joining us here. I know you're here for the weekend. I really hope you'll drop by again. I know our listeners always love getting that great technical advice and hearing from experts, of which you are, and you've been in touch with a number of these athletes and coached them. So sure hope you'll drop by again and give our viewers that opportunity to hear you again. And I wish you good luck coaching Schmiemann and Ginter over the weekend.
Thanks very much, Steve. I had a good time. I will be back again, I'm sure. We can do this tomorrow.
Yes, we will. I've got a time down.
Okay, good.
But feel free to come another one. Of course, Jamie Oliver here on the cameras giving you some amazing views. Thank you very much for that. Viewers and listeners, I hope you have a great evening tonight. We will be back on at 9 in the morning. And tomorrow morning, I should know who is playing, and I do not know on the live stream, but it'll be another great game, I promise you. And we'll have great games all the way through till 4:30, and then, of course, the first championship round for our top winners in each pool. We'll start tomorrow night in Canmore, and then we've got Championship Sunday. Have a great evening, everybody. Thank you for listening. Hope you've enjoyed it. Feel free to talk to us through the live stream